Hey, what's up guys, I'm Vincent. Today I'm going to talk about the push shot. Is it a legit shot? Alright, here we go. Personally, during my early years of my Foos career, I like to use the push shot as my primary shot because I like the push motion as well as the hard recoil for squaring off the long push shot. However, as time goes by, I realized that I have to switch to another shot, and I'm going to share more of this in this video. Before we start, if you are new in here, consider subscribing. Don't forget to click the bell below so that you don't miss out an episode. In theory, to me, the push shot is not a bad shot, and many people have great success with the push shot. The core question that all of us should think about is that no matter which shot you are choosing, think of its downside first and determine which downside you are more persistent to overcome. Now, let's use the push shot as an example. In my opinion, the push shot has two major downsides. First, it is difficult to go square long. Second, it is easy to be blocked by the defender as the ball is moving towards them. First, difficult to go squares long. Visually speaking, the long is furthest away from your side, and sometimes you do not know if the long is open or not. Mechanically, it does not favor the level system between the ward and the man, so it is harder to square off the shot. Of course, with decent amount of practice, you can overcome this problem, and some would prefer to use the open hand to execute the shot so that it is easier to square off the shot. So, it comes down to whether you are more persistent to overcome the downside of the shot. Second, easier to be blocked by the defender. I'm not sure if anyone could overcome this problem as it comes naturally with the table setup. When you are pushing the ball is moving towards your opponent. In other words, they have a better idea on where you are going to shoot, and they could react and block accordingly. However, viewing from the other perspective, this can be the pro of the push shot. If the long is going to be favorable for the defender, the short side is going to be favorable for us because the shot is closer to us than your opponent, and the shot can be simply executed with the straight or a short push. Now, if you can do the straight and the short push consistently, you are putting pressure to your opponents and forcing them to stay closer to their far side of the goal. Now, as you can see that the near side of their goal is wide open. So instead of using the square of long push shot, you can simply do the long spray to the far side. Now, let's talk more about the straight and the second hole of the goal of the push shot. Visually speaking, the straight is hard for the defender to tell whether they are covering or not. Sometimes they leave a small gap. It is actually wide open for us to do the straight. Mechanically, you do not need to push the ball at all, so it is less likely that you are going to mis-execute the shot. It is a very easy shot for an easy goal. And it is quite similar for the second hole of the push shot because both of the holes are furthest away from your opponent. So sometimes they are not sure if they are placing the defender correctly or not. Sometimes they could leave out a small gap and you could simply go for the shot. Yes, it is hard to tell from this angle, but take a look on the other side. It is actually wide open. Speaking from my personal experience, I find that I'm having trouble to read and analyze the defense precisely with the push shot. So that's why I have moved on and switched to another shot. But the push shot is still very fun to me and I like to play it around from time to time. However, the key is that no matter which shot you are choosing, think of its downside first and determine which downside you are more persistent to overcome. Thanks for watching this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I will see you again next time.